And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Drake Vander's back, and I'm doing the 9th episode of my Let's Play of The Long Dark. So what are we going to do this episode? Well, I've been thinking it over, and rather than go to Coastal Highway, we are actually going to go straight to Pleasant Valley. Because I haven't been to Pleasant Valley. It's an area I'm generally not used to. I'm more experienced with I'm more experienced with a coastal highway and Desolation Point. But we're not going to go straight to Timberwolf Mountain, straight to Pleasant Valley to Timberwolf Mountain. No. We're going to go from there. We're going to explore that area and gather up enough supplies to actually make it to Timberwolf, because Timberwolf is quite extensive. So I'm going to drink some stuff, but before we do that, we need to prepare. We need to prepare for transition, because we're not just going to go straight into that area without anything else at all. So what we are going to do is, we've looted most of the area in here, except for a few locations in Mystery Lake. Those locations being the supposed bunker locations, and I'm still confused as to what exactly that entails. What we are going to do though is take the military grade MREs. We'll keep some of the canned food stuff here. Check our weight. It's decent. Because we're going to take some of this stuff back to the cabin. We're going to leave some of it here. Let's see. Take the salted crackers. How are we doing for weight? Decent. Take 2 flares back. We'll leave the rifle here and take the bullets with us. Newsprint, simple tools, storm lantern, and a book. We'll take a book. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, we'll take another can opener. Yeah. So we'll leave all this stuff here, and then we'll definitely take our bedroll. Oh, now we're overweight. Well, I suppose we could actually leave the bedroll here, because we've got a spare one back at the cabin, and we've got 12 hours of daylight left. So let's eat this beef jerky. And let's head outside. Light a torch. So yeah, I thought it over a little bit, and rather than go through Coastal Highway, since we did that in the last season, I'm gonna go through Pleasant Valley. It's an area I haven't explored entirely. I've seen some areas around it, but I haven't seen it completely. So it'll be interesting to see. Ah, I did not see this. We'll take it. What we'll do though, that's already full up anyway. We'll drop this and we'll put it back where it was. We know where it is now anyway. A couple of crates. You know when you always come back and you can't remember where you put it last. Because there's not really much left to do in the Mystery Lake, other than the only other thing I can do is check for prepper caches. Ah, it's windy, that's why. We'll head down here. Some mushrooms we can take. And we're dropping quite rapidly, so we might have to start a fire somewhere. Take as much of these as we can. It's a deer over there. And when winds calm down, but what do you want, Wolfie? Here. There's some crows over here. Can I get up here? Not from this angle, I don't think. Might have to start a fire soon. Yeah. Starting to lose condition now, so let's make a fire up here. While the weather is relatively calm, we'll try and warm up a little bit. Here we go. And we're warming up slowly. While we're here, we'll cook these reishi mushrooms and some tea. We collected quite a few, so won't cook all of them. Drink one. That's that flared gone. Take a torch. Take another one. We'll leave that burn. So yeah, there's not really much left to do in the Pleasant Valley. In the Mystery Lake. The only real thing we could do is that. The only thing we can do right now is, I don't know if you hear that, do you? all seen something. Yeah, you keep having your meal, I'll just back off. Yeah, you keep barking at me, but I'm just gonna keep backing away from you. Okay, so that basically stops them, but it doesn't scare them. Good to know. Ah, crap. Now I've got 3 walls on my arse. I might have to run. Okay. Keep running. Till you get about halfway, and then stop. Okay. How are we doing for... we're alright. I think by the time we get back, most of that deer hide we collected should be enough to make some decent pants, so we can get rid of these jeans we're wearing. Okay, now we're starting to get into the first level of fatigue. And we have 9 hours left. But yeah, by preparing what I'm referring to before, is we're going to need to prepare a little bit further, and that's by gathering some necessary resources such as deerskin pants. I would get the wolfskin coat, but I want to save as many bullets as I can. I think with the rabbit skin, actually, did we bring those with us, or did we put them down? No, we didn't. So, for a little while, I think what we will do is put those down, get those cured, and then we should have enough to make rabbit skin mitts, I think. And they're pretty good mitts. Drop that. It's fresh deer hide, so that's cured. Take both of those. That's cured. Drop this one. That's cured as well. Cured gut. Okay. Workbench. Slight lag there for a moment. Torch, snare, hook, line. Rabbit skin mitts. So we need 4 rabbit skin pelts in order to make mitts. So we're 2-way. Deerskin boots we can make. Our insulated boots are pretty decent right now. Or deerskin pants. Wolfskin coat, bearskin bedroll, and survival bow. With wolfskin, with deerskin pants, we'll probably start on. Let's see what How are we? We're drained at the moment, so if we go upstairs to save everyone time of watching me craft all this, I'm going to do a quick jump cut. So I'm going to rest for a few hours, and then I'm going to start making some stuff. Till then, see you in a minute. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to be around for when this magical moment was going to be happening. Our first ever crafted clothing, which is deerskin pants. Deerskin pants. Pants handcrafted from deerskin supple, warm and tough. In comparison to our jeans, whereas jeans have a plus, and these, mind you, are not. So let's say, for example, their clothing warmth bonus is 1 degree Celsius. These have plus 3 degrees Celsius warmth bonus and plus 3 degrees Celsius wind chill bonus. Don't ask me to do that in or roughly what is in Fahrenheit, because I have no clue. We're gonna harvest this. We're gonna keep the other boots, the basic boots, and we're actually gonna repair those with the cured leather, because it's handy to have an extra pair of boots in case something goes wrong. Now, insulated boots are somewhat decent currently. Gonna repair some of our gear quickly. '97, it's on 82, let's repair that. So we've got a few hours of daylight left. Excuse me. We've got a few hours of daylight left. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go out and see about doing some fishing. Because as you notice, I had to use up a fair bit amount of our food sources already. I mean, we have 1 can peaches and an energy bar, and a couple of the energy bars, but those energy bars are very, very useful. Actually, you know what, I'm going to have these cold. We still have some food left over. If anything, I should have bought some more of the food back from the dam, but that's no correlation. Actually, since we're drained and we're tired, it's going to be a pain to drag everything back, so I'm going to cut our losses. We're going to drink up, eat up, wait for the next day, then we'll do some fishing. Yeah, so let's do that. So there's 5 hours left. Should I? Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna rest for 2, just so we can get back up. And what we are probably going to do is just go outside, gather some firewood, get a lay of the land, see what's about. Every now and again a wolf might kill. Oh, no, that's something else actually I could do. No, I'll do that in the next episode. What I was going to do. I'm all over the place, I do apologise. What I was going to do is I should have, yeah, I've got 4 gut left. I should have enough to make, yeah, I could make a survival bow. So, it's going to take us exactly 5 hours to make. Huh, okay then. Retired, 3 hours. Let's do it. So we now have a survival bow. Arrow shaft, cured birch sapling, that's what we could do. I think that's what we'll do next, is we'll go looking for one of those. Or some of those, at least. I might have to consult a map if I do. How are we doing? Well, it's decent. Do we have any? No, it's empty. I don't know why. Empty. Ugh. We'll have a lake whitefish. I want to save the bass, because bass is one of those higher level ones. Screw it, we'll drink the orange soda. We'll max out our... I mean, I still have another 10 or so minutes to go. Let's sleep for 8 hours. And in the early hours of the morning, we're going to go about looking about for birch saplings. They'll need to be cured as well, so... like that. How are we doing? Thirsty. Go downstairs, grab some water. About 13 hours of daylight left. Summit soda. How are we doing for weight? You know what? I'll drink both of these. So then we can save the water and potentially get some of our thirst back, as well as calories. So that's a burnt out flare. I don't have any food on me, so I'll bring an energy bar with us. What else do we need? I suppose I could drop the boots, the basic boots, and put those up in here so we have a spare pair of clothes. Any other gear which we don't need? Well, we don't need to carry 3 knives on us at one, so we'll drop 2 of them. One of them's in not terribly good condition, so... what was that? Oh yeah, that's what... Right, I was gonna go out and do, we'll drop the bow, so we don't need that right now. Survival bow. We were gonna try and do some fishing today, weren't we? Suppose we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Grab a few sticks. Leave camp office. I want to see what's out here first and see what we can do. So, agenda for next episode. Look for birch saplings. The area that I'm thinking of might actually have a possibility of finding a bunker location, so I might actually look for a prepper cache next episode as well while I'm here. I was ideally saving it for another episode, like as a return trip back to Mystery Lake. Something we could do like after we've been to Timberwolf or something. But no, I think I will probably, because there's a number of locations around Mystery Lake where the bunker could potentially spawn. Because before it used to be there's all sorts of bunkers, like all sorts of different prepper caches everywhere. But now it's changed where it's now randomated, so there could be a prepper cache anywhere in those areas, and they could be of any a number of different types between firewood, food, medical, and I think there was another one which I think was like general. It's like utility supplies and stuff like that. I know we usually go for that one as well, but I'm gonna go over here. So I think this one has a door on it. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But yeah, I know there's sometimes the map that I read about the Long Dark sometimes says that a prepper cache can be located up there. That's a deer, so I don't need to worry too much about that. That'll wander off on its own. Empty corpse. You know what? I really fancy going for one with a door, so I think we're gonna go down here. Yep, there's one with a door. Another dead body. Thought it was running this way then. How are we doing? Doing okay. Because I think if we close the door behind us, it'll give us a bonus in warmth. Most of the cupboards are empty, so we'll put that out. Use the hatchet. What we will do... Do we have anything else? No, just sticks and a torch. So... It's only going to be lasted for maybe an hour, so... With the current sticks that we got, I should have grabbed more... either more sticks or more firewood before we came over, but... Oh well. We should be alright. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay, it's only going to be 40 minutes. But that's enough, I suppose. We'll fish for 4 hours. Like whitefish. Judging by that, there must be fog that just rose in, so... Oh. Feels like 4 degrees. We're parched and we're hungry. I suppose with this advantage, we can actually stay in here for longer. We'll fish for an extra 4 hours. I know it's on 12 hours when we started fishing. Okay, now we're getting a lot more lake whitefish. 6 hours of daylight. Oh, and snapped. Okay, we're hungry. We got a lot of lake whitefish. We'll eat the energy bar. Peckish now. Let's finish fishing for 1 hour. Ooh. Smallmouth bass. I don't want to really try to push our luck, but I'm gonna fish for 2 more hours. I want to try and gather as much fish as we can. That's nice. Okay, how are we doing? Oh Christ, we are overweight. Well, we're stocked up on fish, which should last us for quite a while. It's going to take us a while just to cook all this up. I'm going to have to try and gather some firewood as well. Hopefully there's enough time for me just to gather some sticks. Looks like there's some cattails that have regrown as well, which is handy. Gives us more kindling. And potentially more food. The reason why I want to try and save a lot of our the chocolate bars and the energy bars is because they provide a substantial boost to your calorie intake, and they're also relatively light, so you can carry a lot of them on your person. In comparison to like full-fledged meats and stuff like that, they're very heavy, and while they do provide a lot of energy, they're not really wise to carry in bulk, because you're so slow. It's better to carry a lot of very high calorie, very high energy foods, but that are light, but not necessarily heavy. I mean, we're nearly 50 kilograms worth of gear and food right now. So, which includes several whitefish, and a couple of smallmouth bass, which should give us a substantial boost in calories. We probably won't take all of this down to Pleasant Valley, but what we will probably do is use this to and from. This will be our survival food from now on. We won't touch any of the non-perishable food at all. We'll get through all this food first before we actually touch that stuff, because that stuff is what we're going to use to traverse between regions, because it's lighter, it's more compact, and you can actually move to and from. The MREs will only use that unless we absolutely have to. It's going to be a lot of canned food and stuff like that. The cattails as well. Natural foods is what we actually want to try. Natural light foods, berries, nuts, and fruit. Although I suppose berries are a type of fruit, so yeah. We're just running a little bit over our time limit, so it's going to be a little longer of an episode than usual, and this has run out. We're tired, we're hungry, and we're parched. But we can have all of that once we get inside. I'm going to cook all of this food up off camera. And in the next episode, we're going to actually explore around Mystery Lake. Our primary objective is to find birch saplings to make arrows for our survival bow. But our secondary objective is to look for a potential prepper cache location. So expect the next episode to be a lot of jump cuts as I'm jumping to and from various locations. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to cut the episode here. In which case I shall see you all later in the next episode. I'm Drake Vanders. Look forward to hearing from you again. Ta-ta.